Hello and welcome to ITV News West Country with Bob and Alex.
Thank you for joining us. The headlines this Wednesday evening. How a charity in North Devon that provides activity holidays for people with disabilities is facing staff redundancies and possible closure.
They try to help people with all disabilities best they can. And it'd be awful if it was closed down.
Good evening. Bad weather and poor bookings are being blamed for a financial crisis at a much-loved activity centre for people with disabilities. Calvert Exmoor in North Devon has helped thousands of young people experience outdoor sports like horse riding, abseiling and climbing over nearly 3 decades.
But its future is now in doubt. The charity's announced possible staff redundancies and warns that it could close at the end of the month unless it can raise up to £500,000. Richard Lawrence reports.
For guests, the freedom to enjoy the pleasures of the great outdoors is priceless.
It's almost good fun. I really enjoyed it.
Susie Salmon from Weston-super-Mare, who's fearless when it comes to abseiling, is worried about the future of the Calvert Exmoor Trust, the only centre of its kind in the south of England.
Yeah, they try to help people with all disabilities best they can. And it'd be awful if it was closed down.
Since 1996, the Trust has provided holidays with fully accessible accommodation, experiences for people with disabilities, their carers and families, like Lee Doyle, who's brought his brother here from Torquay.
There's very few places like this, and I personally don't get many opportunities to go on holiday with my brother. And if this was to close down, I might not be able to go on holiday anymore with him.
Well, Calvert Exmoor is a standalone charity that doesn't qualify for any statutory funding these days. It relies solely on the volume of bookings of normally 3,000 to 4,000 people a year, but there simply hasn't been enough this season.
But this year's weather and the cost of living crisis has left them with a serious shortfall.
Most of our guests have disabilities, so they're facing a real cost of living crisis on their living costs. And that's a lot more for people with disabilities. Everything costs more, so they've got less money to come away on a break. You know, they're prioritising food, care, etc. And then we've had the general election. You know, that uncertainty that has made people hold on to their money and see what's happening.
The staff, who face an uncertain future, want everyone to focus on their fundraising target of £500,000, for their clients' sake at least.
We're almost like a big family, like us as staff, very much a family, but for the guests that come here as well, everyone always leaves having met completely new connections, and that's whether there's families coming in or individuals coming on their own. They meet friends and they quite often come back with those same people, so that's a massive thing for Calvert.
Team building through its activities is one area the charity is well known for.
Last night he was telling me, I don't want to go home ever, like he's loving it, and like we never would have had these experiences, we'd never have even dreamed of it, and just to be able to see his little face lighting up and loving it all is just so amazing.
Yeah. And Callum, are you able to tell me what you think of this place?
Awesome. It's awesome.
Avoiding financial collapse is now the priority for an organisation that finds itself in its most precarious position since it started nearly 30 years ago. Richard Lawrence, ITV News.